PepsiCo masters cloud management with FinOps. TikTok fights a potential U.S. ban, citing free speech concerns. Instagram enhances teen privacy with sweeping changes. Intel halts what's approximately $45 billion factory in Germany. And the Internet Archive races to preserve our disappearing digital history. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. As companies rush to the cloud, many are discovering an unexpected challenge: skyrocketing costs. But PepsiCo has found a way to keep its cloud spending in check while migrating hundreds of applications. Kimberly Floss, PepsiCo's IT Senior Director of Global Cloud Platform Enablement and Migrations, recently shared insights into the company's cloud cost optimization strategies. For several years, PepsiCo has been moving about 100 apps to the cloud annually, making cost management a critical part of their migration plan. Floss emphasizes the importance of a proactive cost management program. She says, "There's a perception that your cloud costs just grow and grow, but in many cases, there's a really good reason for it. You just have to get in front of it so that people don't think it's just exploding." The key to PepsiCo's success lies in embracing FinOps principles. For those who haven't heard of FinOps, it's a new discipline that allows for not just the cost management of IT, but a whole cultural and process shift in companies. PepsiCo has implemented a detailed cost allocation system, categorizing expenses into direct, indirect, and shared usage, and they feel that this granular approach is allowing them to attribute costs accurately and to promote accountability across the organization. But Floss says it's not just about numbers. She stresses the importance of cultural change and continuous optimization. From a FinOps perspective, you're never done. No matter how great you think you are, there's more to do tomorrow. PepsiCo's two-tiered approach includes a centralized governance team led by Floss, which handles policy, reporting, and training, while smaller, decentralized teams manage day-to-day costs. They've also invested in third-party tools to support their FinOps capabilities. As cloud spending continues to surge across industries, PepsiCo's strategy offers valuable lessons for other enterprises looking to maximize their cloud investments while keeping costs under control. And we'll put a link to FinOps.org in our show notes. If you haven't seen it, it's worth looking at. TikTok is taking a stand against a U.S. law that could force its sale or face a ban, arguing in court that such an action would have a staggering impact on free speech for its 170 million U.S. users. The popular social media platform, along with its parent company ByteDance, is challenging the constitutionality of the law, which stems from concerns about potential data exploitation by the Chinese government. TikTok has consistently denied any ties to the Chinese authorities. In a Washington, D.C. appeals court, TikTok's lawyer Andrew Pincus argued that the law imposes extraordinary speech prohibition based on indeterminate future risks. The company maintains that it's not owned by China, but by ByteDance Limited, a Cayman Islands holding company. The case highlights the tension between national security concerns and free speech rights in the U.S. And while the U.S. government argues that the law targets companies controlled by foreign adversaries, TikTok and its supporters claim it infringes on their constitutional rights. Content creators are also weighing in, with some arguing that the ban would impede their right to work with their chosen platform. The case has garnered significant public interest, with thousands tuning into live streams of the proceedings. Legal experts suggest this high-stakes battle could potentially reach the Supreme Court, given its implications for both national security and free speech. As the case unfolds, it's likely to set important precedents at the intersection of technology, free speech, and national security in our digital age. Instagram has announced significant changes to teen accounts, aiming to enhance privacy and safety for younger users. These changes will impact over 100 million accounts worldwide, reflecting the platform's response to regulatory pressure and its claims of a commitment to user trust. Adam Mosseri, Instagram's head, emphasized that this move is a business decision aimed at earning trust from parents. So the new measures are going to include automatic protective settings for teen accounts, limiting contact and content visibility, age verification requirements, which will include using government IDs and facial scans, stricter messaging and content settings for users 18 and under, enhanced parental controls, including visibility into teens' messaging activity, encouraging breaks and sleep mode to manage screen time. Notably, the changes distinguish between older teens who are over 16 and younger teens 16 and under, with the younger ones requiring parental permission for less restrictive settings. While these measures aim to create a safer environment for young users, challenges remain. Instagram acknowledges the potential for teens to circumvent age restrictions and is exploring AI solutions to address the issue. This overhaul represents a significant step in balancing user engagement with safety concerns, potentially reshaping how teens interact with social media platforms. In a significant setback for Europe's technology ambitions, Intel has announced a delay in its plans for a $45 billion U.S. microchip facility in Magdeburg, Germany. This decision comes despite substantial state subsidies and marks a major shift in the region's semiconductor strategy. Intel is postponing construction of the Magdeburg facility by about 2 years, along with delaying a facility in Poland. The move is part of a broader overhaul at Intel aimed at reversing a share price decline and addressing concerns about the company's competitiveness in the cutting-edge chip manufacturing business. The delay has sparked a debate within Germany's coalition government about the allocation of the proposed about $11 billion US in subsidies. But Intel's not abandoning Europe totally. Intel has emphasized that its facility in Ireland will remain our leading European hub for the foreseeable future. But the development is a setback to Europe's efforts to reduce dependence on Asian semiconductor manufacturers and highlights the challenges faced by traditional chip giants in a rapidly evolving tech landscape. As the global semiconductor industry continues to shift, the impact of Intel's decision on Europe's tech sovereignty and the broader chip manufacturing ecosystem remains to be seen. In an age where our lives are lived increasingly in a digital space, we're facing a critical challenge: the disappearance of our online history. Recent research shows that 25% of web pages from the last decade have already vanished. Enter the Internet Archive, a nonprofit organization leading the charge to preserve our digital heritage. The Internet Archive has collected 866 billion web pages, 44 million books, and 10.6 million videos, becoming a crucial resource for preserving online content. Other organizations like the U.S. Library of Congress and the UK Web Archive contribute to the preservation efforts, but their scope is limited compared to the Internet Archive's broad approach. But despite its efforts, the archive is facing significant challenges. There are financial threats, technical challenges, cyber attacks, and of course, legal battles with publishers and music labels. The decentralized nature of archiving efforts leads to varied priorities and potential gaps in preservation. Experts argue for increased funding and support for digital archiving initiatives to ensure the persistence of our online history. So as we continue to live more of our lives online, the importance of preserving our digital footprint grows. The Internet Archive's work highlights the need for coordinated, well-funded efforts to ensure future generations can understand how we lived in the early 21st century. And if they ever can figure it out, they could explain it to me. And that's our show. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a wonderful Wednesday.